Hi guys, how are you? Thank you for joining me. If you're new, welcome. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below as well as the little bell so you'll get a notification every time I post a new video. So, I hope that you guys are doing well. So, today's video is going to be just a video discussing how you as a young adult can be financially free with the ability to travel, have a nice savings, just a little bit of money set aside for a rainy day, whatever the case may be. If you have goals that you want to save money toward, this is the video for you. I am only 26 for a lot of you guys that are wondering. I get asked this question a lot. My age, all the places that I've traveled to, how do I book my trips? How do I save money? How am I able to do this at such a young age? This video is in no way, shape, or form a video to brag. If you guys are interested in this video, then definitely keep watching. So before we get into the video, I do want to let you guys know that in September I will be in the DMV area. I am going to be part of a brunch series with Patricia, who is also known as God's Design on YouTube. All of her information is down below. She is having a Step Out September brunch series. The Eventbrite information is listed down below. This is a ticketed event. So in September, the date is the 23rd. Like I said, all the information is down below if you are in the DMV area. So this event is all about encouraging women to step out of their comfort zone and step into their purpose. It is a brunch, so of course there's going to be food, there's going to be Q&A sessions, there's going to be goodie bags available. So Patricia partnered up with Simply Service, so the proceeds from this event will go to Simply Service. So Simply Service is a non-profit organization that distributes hygiene bags to underprivileged areas. And so all we're asking is for anyone that is going to attend the event, if you could bring sanitary napkins, so like pads and tampons with you, so that we can help Simply Service in their act of service to the local community. A total of 3 events that Patricia is hosting, the DMV area, Atlanta, and New York. I will list all of the 3 events down below. I, in particular, am only going to be at the event in the DMV area on September 23rd. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the video. All right, so when it comes to finances and savings and your money, you always want to make sure you have a little cushion. You always want to make sure you have something set aside for a rainy day, whether it be a nice little treat that you want to get for yourself, that Gucci handbag, that Gucci wallet, whether it be something you want to just make sure you have set off to the side, because you never know. Something could happen to your car. Something could unfortunately happen to your dog. You take your dog to the vet and all of a sudden they need an emergency surgery. Anything. You always want to have enough money set aside. So every time I get paid, which, because I'm in the military, it's always the 1st and the 15th. If that happens to fall on the weekend, it's the day before. I always set money aside into my savings. And I like to do that with an app called Digit. And it looks like this. Every app that I talk about, I'm going to show you guys what it looks like in case you want to download it in the App Store. So it helps you analyze your spending, and it helps you prevent your primary checking account from going into an overdraft. So you can set up Digit. You set it up in the app. If you were to download it, you'll be able to see everything. You can set up Digit to automatically pull a certain amount of money from your checking account over into Digit, where it will stay and you won't be able to touch that particular amount of money. Now, within Digit, you can set it up to where you can say, hey, if my primary checking account dips below a certain amount, then I want this money over here in digit to come back over into my primary checking account so I don't overdraft. So let's say you don't want your primary checking account to get below $400. Then digit will automatically take whatever money was already sitting over here that maybe you had already started saving, and it will send some money back over into your checking account so that you don't dip below that desired amount. So I was like, okay, this is pretty cool. I'm kind of liking this, because you don't ever want to overdraft. You don't ever want to have insufficient funds in your account. So the next app that I like to use is an app called Prism. So Prism is kind of like a finance managing app, or like a bill tracker. And I was like, you know what? I need something to keep track of everything that I'm paying every month. You have your internet, you have television, you have Hulu, like you have all of these little things. I have Planet Fitness. I'm like, I need to keep track of everything that I'm paying because I don't want to miss a payment. So what I really like about Prism is every biller that's within your zip code. So, you know, Dominion Energy, Planet Fitness, whatever it is, you can type it in and you can create your account. So you have to know your username and password for your account. So you set up your account, you put all of your information in there, and you can keep track of every bill that you pay every month. And it will send out a little reminder like, hey, you have your monthly payment here, your credit card payment, whatever it is. So I always get my little reminders for my credit card payment, my Verizon internet and television payment, my Planet Fitness gym membership. Everything is through Prism. Now, I don't schedule it through Prism because I don't like to schedule through an app. I like to pay directly through the company, but I use Prism just to stay organized. So it's a really, really good organizational system because it has a little calendar and you can see exactly how much of your money is going toward bills. So I definitely highly recommend you guys check that out. Now, when it comes to ways to save money, especially if you like to shop, ladies, trust me, I know, I would definitely recommend you guys check out something called Ebates if you have not already heard of Ebates. Ebates is an app that you can either download or you can download the extension on your computer for when you're shopping online. And trust me, it does work because I use it. So if you're shopping online, you shop through Ebates. So you'll click on Ebates and you'll go through the Ebates website. And while you're shopping online, you'll check out through Ebates, and then a percentage of your total sale will go through Ebates, and it will sit there for a couple months. So, you know, as you shop online, you know, continually, you'll go through Ebates, and then after about 3 months or so, they will send you money back for all the shopping that you've done online. So I definitely recommend you guys check out Ebates. That's a way to get money back for all the money that you spent shopping. Another thing that I would suggest that you guys check out as a way to save money, especially when it comes to shopping, is an app called Retail Me Not. That is kind of along the same lines as Ebates, and I personally have used it as well. So Retail Me Not, you can download the app, and I have personally used it multiple times at Ulta. I've used it at Kohl's. I've used it at Bed Bath & Beyond. So basically, whenever you're shopping around at these stores, you can just pull up the Retail Me Not app. You can look through, you can search by the store name. They have over 50,000 retailers, and you can find, you know, whatever store that you're in. If they have any applicable coupons that you can use, you can apply those at checkout, and bam, that's money off your purchase right there. And that's another way to save money. So, I mean, why not? Who does not love saving money? So all those are really, really good ways to save money. And then, of course, we all know, like, don't go out here and spend all your money until you're flat broke. Definitely really try your best to save money. What I personally like to do, because I get paid twice a month, I automatically know when I get paid at the first of the month, a good majority of my money is going to bills, groceries, things like that. And then when I get paid the second half of the month, I know I have a little bit of extra money to splurge with because all of my bills have already been paid. So you kind of have to know your financial situation and what you can work with. So that leads me into traveling as a young adult and how you can really try to get the best bang for your buck. Now, I have been pretty much traveling and booking trips on my own. And when I say on my own, even if I go with family, they pretty much leave it up to me to put the trips together. And I've pretty much been doing this since a teenager. I have over 63,000 sky miles with Delta. This is not to brag. This is just so you guys will take me serious because I do a hella ton of traveling. Now, when it comes to traveling, I either will use only Delta vacations. This is if I'm not going on a cruise, and I'm not going to discuss cruises at all because you can basically book a cruise on a cruise line website. It's pretty self-explanatory. That's usually what I would do. So I'll either solely use Delta vacations, and we'll get into why, or I will use something along the lines of Expedia or Travelocity, or if I'm going to go somewhere local or really close like New York or something like that, then I will do the two separate system where I'll do the airline and then something super quick like Airbnb. Now when it comes to time frames and you want to book a trip, if you can help it, unless of course it's like, a family emergency or something like that, that's not what we're talking about. If you can help it, always start looking and planning at least 8 months in advance because that's when you're always going to start getting your best deals. Or of course, think about these high peak times. So always think about when you want to go. Are they high peak times? What's the travel season? So there's a lot of things that you want to keep in mind. So that's why I also go back to Delta vacations. Once you know where you want to go, you put your airports in, you put your dates in, everything. Once you get to the final screen, you guys, you can put a deposit down on your trip. So you're not having to bust out $3,500, $4,200, or however the case, or however much the trip might be right off the jump. You can put a deposit down on your trip, which most of the time it's anywhere from $600 to $1,200 or $2,000. It just depends on the total of your whole trip and how they calculate it out with their little algorithm. But it's not going to be anywhere less than $600. I can tell you that right now. So at least have $600. Put your deposit down, and then it breaks out a payment schedule for you. So when it comes to places within the US, I say you can use something like Expedia or Travelocity or Hotwire or anything like that, because those are really nice because they cut out the middleman and they're always finding you the lowest fare. So the few times that I've flown out to Arizona, I've always gone through Expedia because honestly, when you bundle and you do the flight, hotel, and in my case, the rental car, you really are getting the lowest price. Now, of course, I've never traveled solo, so I can't speak on solo travel. And I know some companies, airlines, hotels, things like that, sometimes they do charge you as if it's based on double occupancy. So you have to keep that in mind if you are a solo traveler. I've never been a solo traveler, so I've never had that issue. So when I travel with my best friend, we usually go half on everything. So like Fatima and I, when we went to New York, bam, the Airbnb, that was half, her and I both. And then of course, wherever you are planning on going, you always want to make sure you are familiar with the area. Is it going to be cheaper to Uber around, or is it going to be cheaper to get around like the locals on public transportation? Like when I went to Brazil, it was cheaper to Uber around. You want to do a lot of research. And when I tell you guys do a lot of research, I don't mean fly by the seat of your pants. because traveling is expensive. I put a lot of time and energy and research in putting trips together. Think about where you want to go. Study the country. How is the weather going to be during the time that you're traveling there? How are you going to get around? Are they friendly to Americans or whatever your culture is? Don't just fly by the seat of your pants and pick a place on the map and go there. Don't. So with that being said, I just wanted to sit down and talk to you guys about some really, really good financial tips for young adults, or just really anybody in general. Some really good travel tips and advice, just things that I wanted to share with you guys that I've been doing for a while that have been very helpful for me. Let me know what you guys think about this video. Leave your thoughts in the comment section. Give this video a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Find me on social media. Please look down below in the description box for everything you need to know about all 3 of the September meetups: Atlanta, New York, and DMV area. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you have not already. It is very, very helpful. I love you guys all so much. Leave me your thoughts in the comment section, and I will see you guys in my next video.